Welcome to another program in the series Centrally Speaking. We are so happy that you could join us.
And as always, we certainly hope that you have been learning about the work and function of Jamaica's central bank, Bank of Jamaica.
Centrally Speaking is a program that opens up the conversation around important matters of economics and finance, matters of national importance that have an impact on your life.
And today's very interesting program will meet Natalie Haynes.
Natalie is one of the deputy governors at Bank of Jamaica with responsibility for banking, currency operations, and financial market infrastructure.
So today, Natalie Haynes will speak with us about central bank digital currency, quite a new concept in Jamaica. You might recall that in March of this year, Minister Nigel Clark announced in his budget debate that the government will be supporting BOJ's launch of a central bank digital currency. It's going to be piloted in 2021 to be launched in 2022.
But before we hear from Mrs. Natalie Haynes, we'd like to hear what you know about central bank digital currency.
What do you know about digital currency?
I think it's a good plan, you know. There won't be a lot of cash on you, so therefore you won't be easily robbed.
I think it's more safer, good and convenient for business.
To me, it's good and bad, but honestly, it don't make no sense to Jamaica. Jamaica not progress enough and a type of economic mind, something like that. Most Jamaicans don't even understand what cryptocurrency. That's all I have to say.
I think digital currency is a good idea. It's safer, it's convenient, and it just works.
Most of the line of my problems still, so that is a more essential thing right now. It can stop and worse to COVID-19, so it's a good look.
As it relates to the digital currency of Jamaica, I believe it's a very, very good initiative for Jamaica and for Jamaicans on a whole. However, I have some issues where the data integrity is concerned, and for that we need more clarity.
Some very interesting views from the streets. A discussion on the central bank digital currency when we return from this quick break.
Welcome back to Centrally Speaking. I'm Anna.
And I'm Sheena. Joining us now is Mrs. Natalie Haynes, Deputy Governor with responsibility for banking, currency operations, and financial market infrastructure at Bank of Jamaica. She is here to talk to us about BOJ's newest initiative, its soon-to-be launched central bank digital currency. Mrs. Haynes, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Sheena. Very happy to be here.
Welcome. It's your first time.
It's my first time, Anna.
So you know, since it's your first time, we have an interesting question we like to ask.
Yeah, for the
Right
first timers.
Yeah. So which parish are you repping?
And which high school?
Actually, may I have two?
Sure.
I'm repping two because
Right.
my alma mater
Yes.
is Camperdown High School.
All right.
However, I'm a 40s girl.
All right.
Okay. All right. Noted.
40s forever.
Noted.
Forever.
And ever.
40s.
And ever.
And the parish?
The parish, can I rep two too?
You can.
I was actually born in St. Catherine.
Okay.
And I'm also repping St. Andrew.
Okay.
In March of this year, Minister Clark in his budget presentation announced some very big deals. All right, one of the big deals was that the government will be supporting BOJ's launch of a central bank digital currency. We could hear it across the country. Yeah, what that?
So central bank digital currency first is digital currency issued, of course, by a central bank.
Right.
Backed by the central bank. Digital currency now is actually money in electronic form, digital form. So while you would have banknotes and coins in your pocket, what you will have now is money stored electronically, and you can use it via any digital means such as your cell phone.
Okay, so why would BOJ want to issue central bank digital currency?
All right, so Bank of Jamaica, as you said earlier, Minister Clark, the government is behind this whole digital transformation of Jamaica.
Right.
And Bank of Jamaica is going to be a part of that. We want for every citizen in Jamaica to have access to the formal financial system
Right.
and also financial services.
Okay.
And you know what that is called, right?
Right.
You know,
Yes, the
financial
inclusion,
Yes,
right,
financial
right.
So in support of that thrust, BOJ decided to launch its own central bank digital currency. And through this, each person will, as I say, have access to the formal system, and there will be no need for persons to rely strictly on physical notes and coins.
When you were explaining digital currency, you said that it's money in electronic form. But what's the difference between money on your credit card, money when you use a debit card, and when you use wallets? What's the difference between that and a digital currency?
All right. So the money that you have on your, say, debit card, that is tied to an account that you have at a bank, right? And so that is your money in the bank. This credit card is actually credit that you're taking from a bank, right?
Okay.
The digital wallet is going to be, you're going to have a CBDC wallet also with a bank or an authorized payment service provider. And so it is not any credit. It operates very akin to a debit card because it's your money you have, and using access to it is through your phone or even a card. Your bank can issue a card to you.
Okay.
So with that said, that means...
But it is backed by the central bank.
Okay.
All right.
Right? The debit card that you have in your account, that is not backed by the central bank.
So that means it is a legal tender.
So legal tender is a technical term.
Yes.
And that's what we are seeking to do now by amending Bank of Jamaica Act to make CBDC, the central bank digital currency, legal tender. And what do we mean by legal tender? In other words, every merchant, every citizen, anyone that's in a transaction will feel comfortable and assured in accepting this CBDC and know they'll get full value for their service, because it is backed by Bank of Jamaica.
So in other words, just like how physical cash is used by merchants, we can trade physical cash in exchange for goods and services. It's the same way we can change CBDC, central bank digital currency, for goods and services.
Absolutely.
All right. So is it an automatic process? You know, who can get CBDC?
All right. So every citizen in Jamaica, adult, or even a child, because I know parents would want it for their children for convenience, will have access to get a CBDC wallet. So what you do, if you're already a bank account holder, it's seamless. You just go to your bank at the appointed time to say, I'm interested in having a CBDC wallet. If you're not yet in the formal banking system, you approach the bank or a payment service provider to get the CBDC wallet, and I can tell you it will be much, much simpler than opening a bank account, because the simplified customer due diligence, which emanates from the amendments to POCA, that's you know what POCA is, Proceeds of Crime Act. So all you would need to give is your name, address, date of birth, your TRN, and of course a valid government issued ID such as your passport, driver's license, or the voter's ID.
So Mrs. Haynes, share with us some of the places that we can actually use this central bank digital currency.
Anywhere in Jamaica. So I'm just going to appeal now to my everyday citizens. So you can use it at the Pan Chicken Man. There's one on South Camp Road where I pass every Friday night. After curfew, I mean. Pan Chicken Man.
She didn't say that.
The Sky Juice vendor. Sheena, your hairdresser.
Absolutely.
I know where you shop for your clothes, all those places. Your makeup person, supermarket, pharmacy. I know. You choose a partner. So you
can have CBDC partner.
You can use the CBDC to throw your hand and also collect your draw. You don't even need to be in front of the banker. There you go.
Okay. Natalie, you were explaining the difference between CBDC and how we get it. I want to go back to how you open that account. You know, it's a sore point for many Jamaicans, opening a bank account in Jamaica. It's stressful. I'm asking for your blood type, your grandmother's name, for your grandmother.
But I'm not so sure.
Your history, you know what I mean? But you said that it is simplified.
It's simplified. No.
Yeah.
When you go to the bank, and depends on your risk, the bank does something that we call risk-based assessment for their AML safety framework.
Anti-money laundering.
Precisely.
Counter financing of terrorism.
There you go. So if you go to a bank and they assess you as low risk, especially if the account you're opening is going to be very low value,
Yes.
the simplified KYC will apply to you, Anna.
So lower value is like 50,000 under?
Well, perhaps. Each bank, they do
They
their
define
own
it
assessment.
differently.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So for CBDC, we are going to allow the banks, BOJs, not stipulating for banks any limits on CBDC.
Okay.
We are going to allow the banks to do their own risk-based assessment in terms of determining the risk of that customer. The product itself is low risk, but the risk of the customer, and based on what the customer would wish to hold in that CBDC or what wallet, they will determine the KYC. But as I said, for the average Jamaican, it's going to be the simplified KYC.
Okay.
That is very informative.
And
Thank
for
you.
the payment service providers, BOJ will be stipulating limits as we do now for their payment products.
I just wanted to know
Yeah.
that the difference is that for the CBDC account with digital currency, it uses the simplified KYC to open it.
Right.
But if you're opening a traditional account,
They will need to have a CBDC wallet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or, right, so the easiest thing is to have a CBDC wallet. So you just send it from the app that your bank
will give you.
will give you on your phone
Right.
to that person's
Okay.
CBDC wallet, right?
Right.
But they will have like an account or a unique identifier number tied to their wallet. But for the sophisticated person, they can go online
Right.
and
Yes.
transfer from a CBDC wallet
Yes.
to a regular operating bank account.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
it's
you
still
can move your money seamlessly, and you can also move your money in and out of physical cash.
Okay.
okay. So it still works with like a point of sale machine. You swipe
And
a
that is the
CBDC
intention,
card.
because
Yeah.
we are leaving it up to what we call the wallet providers,
Yes.
Right.
that's banks and the payment service provider, to be innovative with their customers and actually give the customers what suits them. So
Okay.
we'll leave that up to the bank. But I think for most persons in Jamaica, the phone will be the easiest thing. Everyone in Jamaica has at least 2 phones, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Sheila, you have 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Just one meal.
Yeah. So we're going to leave it up to the banks to decide, but I think most persons would wish to have it on their mobile phone.
I want to know if there's a risk attached or involved in getting a CBDC account as opposed to a traditional account.
You mean the account itself or the
Or
product?
they both the account and the product, you know,
So there's no
in
risk in getting an account.
right, because in the mind of the regular person, this is digital money. Probably
Right.
it's easier to steal.
So it's a
you know what I
product.
mean?
It's a product
It's a
itself you're
right.
talking about and
Okay.
not getting the account.
Right.
All right. So like any other digital product, you will have risks. You will have risks such as cybersecurity risks. You may have risks such as your data privacy
Right.
risks, right? And we have identified a possible AML CFT risk. So I can tell you now how BOJ plans to mitigate those risks. So let me start with the cybersecurity. All our systems at Bank of Jamaica in terms of encryption, coding, we do independent testing of our
Right.
systems from time to time. Even the current systems that we have at Bank of Jamaica, recall we are the operator and owner of the real-time gross settlement systems.
Right.
And even that,
RTGS, yeah.
I mean, that has never been in terms of invasion or
Right.
anybody hacking
Compromised,
into the
right.
RTGS. So, and we intend to, in this year, to even increase the surveillance on our CBDC system. For data privacy, of course, it's encryption, signatures, multi-factor authentication, all that. And the myriad of things the bank can give you. The bank can give you in terms of identifying yourself, you know, thumbprint, voice recognition, whatever
Okay.
it is that a bank would think for its customers in terms of that.
Okay.
Right.
But the idea is to
yes.
ensure that the product itself
Itself
is as
is
safe as
in terms
possible.
of, because it's
Right.
digital, you
Right.
have those risks.
Right.
The AML CFT risk we have actually mitigated by simply using entities such as the banks and the authorized payment service providers as the sole distributors. And why did we do that and didn't have it for everybody? Because those persons are already designated under the Proceeds of Crime Act, with BOJ being the competent authority for those persons. And they already have a risk-based AML CFT framework in place, which they will apply for the CBDC product.
Okay. So in other words, it's sure. Sure and secure.
So sure
Safe for
thing.
sure. All right, so there you have it. Today we met with Natalie Haynes, Deputy Governor at Bank of Jamaica, who enlightened us on the soon-to-be launched Bank of Jamaica digital currency. Mrs. Haynes, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome, Sheena. And it was my absolute pleasure to be here.
So today was your first time.
Yes.
So we'll soon have a next time.
Absolutely. Just say when I'll be there.
We want you to come back.
All right. No, I'll be coming back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Every week we teach you something interesting about money and its related topics. So what will you learn today? Let's check out the fun facts.
There are more than 1.6 million ATMs in the world. The US dollar is the most commonly used currency in the world. Over 170 different currencies are used across the world today. The Romans were the first to stamp the image of a living person on a coin. The study or collection of money is called numismatics. More monopoly money is printed each year in the US than actual money. Icelanders use debit cards and credit cards more than any other country in the world. Bricks of tea were used as money in Siberia until the World War II. Early Romans used salt as a form of money. Even the word salary is derived from sal, which means salt in Latin. Coins were created with ridges to protect against counterfeiting. In earlier times, to make a little extra money, people would shave the edges of the coins and collect the metal. If done well enough, smaller coins would not be noticed by merchants and could pass as pieces of gold or silver.
Today, Natalie Haynes explained what the central bank digital currency is all about. Let's review the main points, and it's time for our fast facts. Number 1. Central bank digital currency, or CBDC, is simply money in a digital form. Rather than having physical notes and coins in your pocket, the money will be stored electronically in a CBDC wallet and used via your phone, for example. Number 2. As a legal tender, Jamaicans will accept CBDC with the same confidence as notes and coins, as it is backed by BOJ. Number 3. All Jamaicans will have access to CBDC. All you need to do is register at your bank or payment service provider. Number 4. You can get a CBDC wallet automatically if you already have a bank account. And if you don't, all you need when setting up your CBDC wallet is basic information such as your name, address, your tax registration number or TRN, and a government-issued ID such as your driver's license, your passport, or voter's ID. And number 5, you can use CBDC at any vendor that has a CBDC wallet, such as the corner shop, the Sky Juice Man, the Pan Chicken Man, supermarket, pharmacy, and even pay your bills. Also, for those in partner, you can throw your partner hand and get your partner draw from the convenience of your house through your CBDC wallet. However, CBDC can only be used in Jamaica. And that's it for your Fast Facts. Thanks for watching. Well, that's it for another program in our series. Follow us on Twitter at Central Bank JA or BOJ's Facebook page and our YouTube channel. You can also visit our website at www.boj.org.jm.
And we invite you to send in your questions on Twitter and post your comments to Facebook.
And of course, watch Centrally Speaking next week at the same time right here on your station when we will have another informative discussion.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Sheena.
Thanks for watching.
Centrally Speaking is a production of Bank of Jamaica.